Make sure you hit that subscribe button and show support. So we're going to be going over footage of the chaos that has been going on and footage of the migrants attacking people with machetes. She literally looked at the bus driver and was like, "You gonna help me?"
Ei, ei, ei!
Yeah, they got machetes.
Ó, a polícia já aí vem, ó, caralho.
Que isso? Eu tô aqui na mão.
A massive blackout is sweeping across Spain, hitting major cities.
So here's the water aisle. Bro, it's like a apocalyptic. Completely empty.
Currently, there is a nationwide blackout. I'm talking about no power, no cell service, no electricity in Spain and Portugal. It's actually kind of crazy. The metro stopped working. All the traffic lights stopped working. I mean, literally everything. Nothing's working.
I wouldn't have sat up in that traffic. I would have drove right up on that curb and went home.
Todo mundo sin trabajar.
My brother sent me this video from the flat he was working in Spain. People outside their work. Oh, we're going to verify this. So, it says in USA TikTok, the term blackout is being prohibited to search. So, we're going to try that real quick. Alright, so you see what I have here? You know, I can click that. I can do outage. I can do all that. But as soon as I do this, no results found. This phrase may be associated with behavior or content that violates our guidelines. Promoting a safe and positive experience is TikTok's top priority. For more information, I'm not going to the guidelines. So we're going to resume the video. So the train stopped working as well. Now this is beyond dangerous. But I couldn't find like the video of the person that was stuck in the elevator. Insane. The video that is online, that is from 2021. The Final Destination one. Well, the Final Destination comment. I like this comment. Panic buying to store it in what fridge when there is no light to power the fridge?
I didn't realize how terrifying this was, having a whole country with no power. If you didn't see, because no one's talking about it, all of Portugal, the entire country has no power. All of Spain, no power, and parts of France, and no one knows why, and everyone's just like sitting ducks. You're thinking no power, no. Cell service is down, emergencies are happening, people are stuck in metros, people are stuck in elevators, no one knows why. Emergency services, how are you going to get to them? How are you going to call them?
Okay, I don't want to sound super alarmist here, but what the hell is going on? In Spain, Portugal, and parts of France, the entire electricity grid is down. Meaning, obviously, nothing is working because in our modern day and age, almost everything that you can imagine is electricity powered. Think traffic lights, think the airports, hospitals hopefully have generators, but imagine the sheer chaos that is unfolding in those nations right now and the lives that it will probably cost. What's going on? Is this a cyber attack or is it something as innocent as grid failure? Because if it is, it should make us think twice about the net zero agenda that is pushing towards full and total just electricity powered functioning of society, essentially, because they want to get rid of anything fossil fueled. Scary. This is Europe 2025. We should be a developed continent and 3 major countries have zero electricity right now. I hope this gets fixed soon because, like I said, we have to pray for the people there because chaos erupts very, very soon when everything stops working.
Huge power outages are now affecting tens of millions of people across Spain and Portugal. At one point, it even affected people in France, but they've already been able to hook power back on there. It's affected transportation, flights were canceled, communication networks were down. They're trying to figure out the cause. At one point, some officials had blamed one of their electrical and gas suppliers. Then that company came out and said, dude, it has nothing to do with us. Some people are claiming it's a cyber attack, but the head of the European Council that looks over this stuff says there's no evidence of a cyber attack. But thus far, no one actually knows what's going on.
So I like this comment. It says, my money is on cyber attack. From what I was looking at, it seems that they connected like a new grid or new renewable energy to old wiring. You're just going to wear out the old wiring. If you're trying to have new fresh power, you have to replace all the wiring. But see, then that will cost even more money to do that for every single building, every single underground wiring, everything. Which is why, to be honest, they stopped doing that Dominion project over on the East Coast side, because they realized this is going to be costly on top of current construction work that happens throughout the whole area. We're constantly having construction work all over the place. Because I remember they tried to the goal was to no longer have electrical wirings above homes and all that. They wanted to bring that all down and connect them all to the transformers, the green maxis, the transformers, have everything just all electric wires under the ground. But they realized that costs way too much money. So that project seemed to have gotten abandoned. They were supposed to roll this out full force, and who knows? But see, if you're trying to, get some real good energy and power an entire country, you don't have to switch out all the wiring. I mean, it's just like a car. You can replace the sensor, but then the other sensor is going to get worn out. You got to replace that. That's why I like on my old car, it has 2 NOx sensors, not one. So they said you have to replace both NOx sensors, which makes sense. If you have one working NOx sensor, it's just going to wear down the other NOx sensor, and you're going to be going back to the mechanic shop to pay double, because it's going to be the same price just to add the second one, when technically it's going to be, you could just replace both for just the price of one. So, but my money's still on cyber attack, because there seem to be a lot of those happening, or maybe they didn't pay the bill, or no shade. I know one of the sources is connected to another country that they can't use. Well, they can use it, but that country decides to just turn it off. They can't use it, but that's gas. But I don't know. What y'all think? They need to replace the old wiring, or it was a cyber attack? Which one y'all want? Make sure you put that in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I was not going to there's a lot of videos. I want to make this as short as possible, because technically I'm supposed to be working. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the